Though the sun rose long ago, the morning has come. It is time to finish packing up and then hit the road, heading on to what awaits you beyond the town of Alinge's house. If you would, either in group or in pairs or individuals, give us some scenes of your characters getting ready for your departure from the town.
Esmond is in his space at the inn, and he has not begun packing at all. The crystal matrix is still out with hologram layouts splayed across the walls of the space. He is making notes and working on formula, and has already forgotten that they are planning to leave in the morning, and will scramble to get everything thrown into his bag of holding as soon as possible upon his realization.
Can Peach drag Sal shopping? Sean?
Make a athletics check.
Athletics check? I think that should be persuasion. I'm not exactly dragging you by the hand. I'm dragging you by the heartstrings.
Yeah, sure, we can do that.
In a continuation from a scene from a few days ago, I think we see the door to the tailor shop opening, and Peach Pine walks in, kind of tripping forward gently, followed by Salinger, who may or may not have been here before, but Peach would sort of bop right up to the proprietor and say, "So, this is what I was mentioning before. This is Salinger Morrill with the special orders."
Yeah. So, Thedra's eyes go wide, and the dwarf woman brightens up and then moves over to where she has several bundles kind of stacked up behind the counter. And she says, I hope the measurements you gave me are good. What if he wants to try them on? We've got a tall mirror right over there.
What do you say, Sal? I know I didn't go too crazy with the styles or anything. Based on what they already had, I just had them scale it up. So whatever is styled here is based on what you thought was fashionable 900 years ago. So it's not Peach Pine doing some strange bohemian styling. This is Salinger Morrill style, but future tech style. She's kind of shrinking back a little bit, embarrassed that she put outfits together.
900 years ago. Yeah, I'll try them on. Least I can do with all the thought and effort you put into, and the I'm certain excellent craftsmanship of anyone in a town that's, well, named after me, allegedly, supposedly.
Yeah, the room is so filled with different fabrics and clothes that you can't even see the walls, but there is a large mirror that's somehow even taller than Salinger, set up against one of the things. And there's a little dais like you can kind of stand on.
I mean, are you planning to describe the outfits and I describe the pose? How's this going to go?
Not particularly. I didn't. I thought you would describe it, but yeah. Anyway, so the first outfit is it's in cool tones. It matches Salinger's own kind of color profile. It's in burgundies and deep aquas, and with bright touches of cerulean.
It looks great. I mean, fits in the same colors I'd normally use. It widened up enough around the midsection to be comfortable, but not too loose around the calves, and knees to make sure it doesn't accentuate my best features. You did well.
Um,
He does a little
Thanks.
spin as he's saying this, maybe focusing on himself more than it probably is appropriate.
Really glad you like it. I was figuring that the cobbled together thing that we had put together from Desmond's old things was not exactly fashion forward, but I also didn't want to take too many liberties with anything. I want to be helpful, not overwhelming.
No, it's good. And Araya met well with her layered fabric suggestions, but it doesn't. Makes my shoulders look small, frankly. And I didn't know how to say that to her.
Yeah, no, you need some structure there. I mean, not that you need it. You would look good in anything. You would look fine in just your shirt. Not that you look fine. I mean, you look better than fine in just your shirt. But I thought a coat would be good to have because it's getting colder and things. And there's another one. If you don't like that one, I did one in burgundy too. If you'd rather have something in like reddish browns, and there's a second option that is all rust oranges and deep burgundies, reds and browns and deep orange. And Peach will hand this bottle to you and stop talking.
He'll swap out one of the accessories from the first outfit with one of the contrast colors of the red and burgundy, give you a nod, and then walk over and thank the proprietor and ask, you were adequately compensated for all this, weren't you?
Oh, well, I mean, it's been so nice just to have you all here. Honestly, it's my pleasure. I mean,
No, of course, I was just going to borrow from the group funds. Certainly, other folks use it enough. Figure we need.
any friend of the Golden Dancer. It's a friend of Sophie Winter.
Golden answer.
Right. If you're certain, thank you. Anybody who ever compliments this particular combination of attire, I will mention your name.
Oh, please, yes. Let them know. So for the winter.
And I just. Do you think maybe you could have something in sort of complementary tones, made in like a smaller size for, not matching or anything like that, but if somebody were to be standing next to somebody wearing this kind of combination, and that somebody were to have, sort of, peach undertones and then kind of coppery hair, what would that could
Oh, maybe. When do you need it?
I'll leave it in a day or two.
Roll intelligence check.
I don't know, man. Magic is magic. I didn't know when we were leaving particularly.
Oh, is this like a
happily
flashback
roll.
scene? Are we doing is this a flashback scene?
No, it's fine. It certainly could be, but not particularly. But she could have maybe had it already ready. That'd be cool.
Okay, well, we'll just say it catches you as you.
Maybe Peach asked for this ahead of time.
It catches
And
you.
was not very surprised.
Yeah. Now let's see. Yeah, it catches you right after you say. You realize, oh wait, no, that's today. We're leaving today.
Oh, sorry, that's impossible. We're leaving today. Completely forgot.
Well, maybe I can. Hold on. So Thedra goes running to the back, and she comes out with She goes, it just so happens. I mean, it's really close. The trim's a little different, but here, she kind of throws a cloak around your shoulders and kind of clasps a little thing, and it's the same color as Salinger's wearing. Now the trim's just a little stitched differently, but look at that. Well, that's red smart.
Thank you. I don't. Thank you. And Peach goes pink from her, like, collarbones upward.
All right, well, I believe we can move from here, and you owe me a continuation of the tour of this particular town.
Yeah, of course. I'll show you the whole place. But I mean, oh man, this is the strangest thing. I feel like I'm showing you your own house. But of course, it wasn't you who built it. And how were you feeling about it all, Sal? I mean, this is a mindfuck to me, and I'm not the one who. I mean, a little bit, because, you know, there's a whole statue of me in the Golden Answer lore and all of that all. But to find that some version of you had done this, are you feeling all right about it?
It's somewhere between deja vu and a story where the details are wrong, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I've had a lot of those wrong detail stories popping up lately. It feels like misremembering. But some things I got absolutely right.
Well, at least you get to be an honored hero in this place. I'm not even.
What do you mean you're not even? This place is named after. Aren't you the Elangi after whom Elangi's past is written, established? I mean, it's your folks at the front of the town. Who else would have built this place? I mean, Sal, you left a letter saying you'd done as much. Or, well, not you, but...
Like I said, some of the details just feel wrong. Things that, I don't know, couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been. But here, show me the next thing. You said there was a giant version of Quebec that eats children. I gotta see that one more time.
Oh, absolutely. She's at the center of town, and she's some terrifying folklore figure. And we can
chime of the bell over the door. The two head out into the streets. Meanwhile, back at the tavern, though he's not staying there, Fane has made his way early to the tavern. He strapped his shield onto the back of his backpack, and his warhammer is hanging off the side. He's checking over the final details. Meanwhile, Samsel, with a backpack far too large for her, just packed full of things. You can see odds and ends kind of sticking out from where they're just barely able to fit into the backpack itself, almost bursting at the seams. She's kind of half climbing on top of her backpack, trying to get it buttoned. Araya and Kabeth, Casey, give us some scenes.
At some point in the night, Casey woke up with what seems to be some studded leather stuck to his face of a present that he didn't find until he had already slept on it. I will draw something for you in a little bit, but there's an accessory that is far more flamboyant than you imagine anybody would pick out. You can't really figure out who would have left such a thing underneath your pillow, or why you didn't notice it underneath your pillow before you fell asleep. Araya woke up incredibly early. It has been a long time since she's had to wake up early, and she didn't want to be late waking up on time, so she woke up more early than anyone else. I don't know how anyone keeps time these days, and as she's jamming in all the winter things into her bags till they're basically bursting, she straps the new sword on her hip, and bends down to grab her bag and just clumsily makes her way down the stairs a little bit too loud, possibly waking up any other of her friends who might be sleeping nearby.
Casey wakes up spooning a great sword, still in its scabbard, and slides his hand underneath the pillow and pulls out this item that he discovers, holds it up and kind of shakes it out and is like, "Salinger, you dog." And he swings his legs over the bed and looks over at the great sword, still in bed.
What is describe the item that he pulls out?
I have to figure something out, but basically, like, I was thinking, like, a belt or, like, gloves that she would have gotten for Casey, but they're, like, more fashion than sense.
Yeah, very flamboyant, yeah.
But fireproof! That's the only note that I will concede. Imagine that they're gloves, and I'll draw some.
Awesome, yeah. So Casey slips the gloves on and looks over at the great sword, still in bed, and it's like, Ishtalan should really be carrying you. I mean, it's her sister. As he picks it up and throws the strap over his head and straightens it up on his shoulder, kind of jabs into the bed and pushes too far up, and he's like, stands up and straightens it up. Yeah, she should be carrying you. And he moves downstairs to find her, the sword clanking against each rung of the stairs as he goes down.
Yeah, and as you head down the stairs looking for Shalon, a strange feeling kind of passes through you, and you remember, wait, it's always just been the five of you. But no, that's not right either. Ava, Ishtalan, Shalati. I know that they're real.
Yeah, he gets to the bottom of the stairs, a little less spring in his step, and all right then. And he readjusts it one more time before heading over to see what's for breakfast.
Kabeth is down in the tavern proper. She has about 4 empty bowls gathered around her where she's clearly eaten like a regular meal. And then she has on the table 4 packets wrapped up in what like oiled or waxed cloth and tied with string, and they're clearly provisions that she's asked for, and she's looking at her pack, and like she has like 2 hip bags that she used to deliver mail in, but then she just uses like additional snack support, and she's kind of sitting there mulling over what she can get rid of to see if she can cram more food into her supplies, but she's really down to bare essentials at this point without being over encumbered, so she's just sitting there looking quizzically at these bags and packs, and that's where people will find her.
Araya will empty out the last crumbs from her snack pouch on the table when she sees you, like, preparing. How much bread do you think I can fit in the snack pouch? A loaf? 2 loaves?
How big is your snack pouch?
How big is the snack pouch, Chris?
I think
In loaves. Like Wonder Bread. 1 Wonder Bread? Half a Wonder Bread?
Well, being it that it's bread, you could squish 1 loaf of bread to fit.
Hell yeah. Okay. If I'm using Wonder Bread as... Okay, squished. Okay, yeah. Maximum bread squished into her pouch. It is the only thing that you can't cook over a campfire. She's a simple person. She likes carbs.
You have an entire loaf of honey bread squished into your...
She slowly dusts off the little bits of previous crumbs and fruit nubs into her hands and cleans off the table.
Quebec
Vital.
looks at you and she's like, This pack, like cookies. You could have just put cookies in there. And then you could
Cookies?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, they're healthy-ish cookies. They have nuts and fruit baked into them, but there's sugar and all of those things will keep you going for a long time on the trail.
She stares suspiciously at your cookies. Well, but no, I did find some hardtack that will last a long time outside of the pouch. It's fresh bread is the secret. This is for fresh bread, and then the trail mix can go in the normal bag. But this is special fresh bread.
Got it. Okay.
If I ration it out, I can make this last the entire time that it takes us to get to Shepherd's End. If I have just a little bit a day and a chair, and then hopefully I can have more when I get to Shepherd's End. Yeah. What do you do?
Gabeth is doing mental math about how long that loaf of bread would last her. She's like, yeah, about one day. Yeah.
One snack.
It's like
Yeah. I need to get one of those bags that just has infinite space, like everybody, like Ez and Peach have. I mean, they already hold enough stuff for me because I need so much food, but I'll make this work. I'll make it work. I mean, Sal got his hammer back. That helps me out a lot. But I do have a lot of weapons. Maybe he needs more weapons.
Or maybe people in Shepherd's Ends will need... Well, shoot, but that doesn't fix the fact that you have to carry them.
Well, the problem is that all the weapons that I have are kind of special. It's hard to get rid of them.
Well, she takes a peek. Are they the undead weapon metal?
Well, this one is, and she points. No, I can't remember where I got everything anymore. I have the Javelin of Lightning. I have the Greatsword. And I have a hammer that I made.
Ooh.
I think that's it. And the Javelin of Lightning has the chain return.
Ooh. I don't know anything about weapons at all, so I am of none help. But I can't carry very much. But if I could hold like the chain.
Are you still carrying that longsword, by the way? Are you still wearing that?
I do still have is it a longsword? I just assumed it was like a nerd person rapier.
No, it's a longsword.
It's a longsword. Okay, I'm basically at my weight limit. Never mind. But yes, no, I'm of course still carrying it. I'm debating I do have an attunement slot. I'm debating attuning to it just to be like, what's this up to? But it's not mine, so I feel conflicted. What do you think of Ez's sword that he doesn't say that is Ez's sword? And she like sets it on the table with like a clang.
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
It looks like a nice sword.
Right?
It's shiny and sharp. And
yeah.
Yeah, Somsel perks up when you put on there. You mean, oh, wait, is that magic?
Yes!
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
And she goes fishing around, checking her belt, then her other belt, and another part of her belt. She pulls out some, like, colored lenses, and she, like, pulls them up and kind of messes with them and looks at it. She goes, oh, dang it. God, they don't work anymore.
Chris, I need to know how big the sword is, height comparison to Somsel.
Oh, it's like, I think it's as tall as her, if not taller than her. It's like longsword.
Gabeth looks at her and she's like, if you need a sword, we can find you one that's better suited for your stature.
Oh, no, that's too big for me. I was gonna try to tell you, like, what kind of magic it is, but my lenses don't work anymore.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I could just hit some things with it and maybe figure out. But it's not really mine. I'm just holding it.
Whose is it?
It's Esmond's.
Oh, are you carrying it for him? Because he's small?
What? It's teamwork, yes.
Okay.
He's carrying around lots of heavy books and things, so
And his brain, so...
yeah. It's an appropriately sized sword for Esmond. And Araya.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Esmond is the same height as Kabeth, basically. Maybe an inch taller. So Kabeth is like...
I mean, yeah, you're both taller than
Confused.
Samsel. Okay, and she runs off.
Anyways. Strange one, that one.
Helpful.
Strange.
I'm so excited that, well, with Fane, with Samsel and all of us, that it'll be nice having more people on the road.
More people to carry food. It's a good idea.
I should get one more bread that I eat more quickly than this bread. And she goes to the counter to like order one. Your freshest of loaves.
Kabeth lifts the flap of her backpack and eyes the 4 long loaves that are shoved into her backpack. She's like, yeah. Scoots over something else to fit another loaf in.
Okay. Before too long, all of you together have gathered in the main body of the tavern. Looks like everyone's got their stuff packed.
Eating tea and toast.
Peach is bustling around, kind of nervously refreshing people's cups of Hakim. Just like, you need top off? Does anybody need? We've got more pastries in the back, but if you need, I can wrap some up. And we don't have to leave just yet. We could always take another minute or two. And she's stalling, but just slightly. Stalling by continuing to work.
Samsel says, well, it'll be about a week to get to Shepherd's End, right? No, well, that was before all the thick snow, so we should probably give ourselves like an extra day, I think.
Yep.
Samsel, have you heard from Meerwood at all? They should have begun making their way here by now, I think, right? Have you checked in with them at all recently?
Well, I left the stones with Bog and Jorn in Shepherd's End, but the last time I talked to them, they said they were making their preparations. But yeah, I guess it should be in the next few days that they would get here. I don't know. The big cow guy. I mean, he was all about playing it safe.
You talking about Briggs Bramblehorn?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, is everyone ready to go then?
Some says, yeah, I'm ready. And Finn says, hey, ready to make it onto the road. We have to admit I'm a bit nervous. This will be the farthest I've ever gone from Renge's Pass.
Well, visiting the tower didn't go too sideways, so...
Yeah, it'll be good.
Well, let's see if we can go find the mayor real fast. I think he's supposed to have a wagon of supplies for us as well. And Esmond will gather his things and be the first one to head out the door.
So you guys make your way from the tavern. The statue of the Golden Dancer seems to bid you farewell. Before too long, you're out in the streets, passing the statue of the Kibis, and then as you reach a little farther west along the town, you can see that there's a wagon, and you see the mayor's talking to a couple people out there. But as you approach, he spins over to you and brightens. Says, "Hey, welcome! Come here! Look what we've got for you."
Oh wow! Look at all that. This is this is amazing, sir. Thank you.
And there's a 4-wheeled wagon that has looks like a supply of orichalcum, orichalcum ingots that are there on the back, along with what looks like some extra food, a water barrel, some blankets, and a tent. This is this is all that we could round up, and he puts it. This is our best wagon. Yeah, it's been a wonder to have you here in the town. I know you're doing such good.
Well, thank you for housing us for the short time that we've been here, and for not kicking us out, for immediately desecrating your temple. That is very kind of you.
Oh. Well, I'll admit I was a bit upset at first, but we met those wonderful pumpkins, and they just seem fantastic.
Esmond's actually going to pull back to O real fast. Hey, should we mention anything about the white jelly to them? Like, just to make so they have a heads up of not to attack it and antagonize it in any way.
Mayor, we've made an agreement with a white jelly that resides in the ruins of the old temple of Brunhilde beneath town. It shall bring no harm to the dwarves on the surface here if you don't mess with it. If there is any sort of encounter or the like, mention Orthocles Feldspar and the agreement that this jelly made with him.
What do you mean? Our men searched the whole place and there was no sign of a pudding?
It very well could have gone on its way. In which case, there's nothing to be done, but...
Don't worry, if we catch eyes on it, we'll put spears in it and tell them that Orthocles Calcio sends us our guards.
Orthocles Feldspar Calcio, and that's the opposite. Do not strike the jelly. It will strike back and may cause some diplomatic issues.
Okay.
To clarify, the creature has agreed to terms to not harm anyone in the village as long as it is not antagonized by anyone in this village.
Peaceful pudding, I've never heard of such a thing.
Is that not what I just said, Esmond?
I was clarifying. Something was not... Dots were not connecting.
A peaceful pudding. I'll think on this.
If it should reappear, you could just send it our way. Say that we've gone to Shepherd's Inn. That way, well, it wouldn't stay in town.
There's a lot to think about.
Whispers a small part of the maiden that it just never comes back to the surface ever again.
All right, we've given them their fair warning. Okay. Again, thank you for everything that you've done for us, everything that you've given to us. We hope to see you all again one day, in under better circumstances. I hope.
Well, then guys pass. We'll be here and standing and waiting. We've been long prepared. Ready for the long winter. And whatever you're off to do, and don't forget about us.
It would be impossible to forget all of this.
And we'll await your friends. From Mirwood.
Please take good care of them. They've been through a lot, and if they can make it here safely, a place of comfort would be most welcome to them, I think. Okay, who wants to help me pull this wagon? I have noodle arms and am weak.
Sal starts to have to.
Casey definitely looks to Sal.
And Sal looks to Casey.
How is Sal looking, by the way? Like, are you on your feet steadily? Like, what do the rest of us see, like, as he's, like, taking this burden from Esmond?
Sure. He's not wobbly anymore, but since all of you have known him since childhood, he's got the kind of 1,000-yard stare, foggy look, like he's not focusing on things the same way he usually does or used to. But physically, he seems fine.
As Casey and Sal are looking to each other, Casey adjusts the flamboyant gloves on his hands and gives a nod to him.
You don't see from behind you that Araya perks up, but it's like behind you.
Those are nice gloves. Gonna use those to help me carry this.
Just try to keep up, huh? Casey will move over and take the left side of the wagon, I suppose.
Yeah, I realized, maybe instead of wheels, it's kind of like, it's like a sled.
Squares?
That's cool. I like a sledge.
Alright.
Guess they couldn't spare any sheep. And he pushes.
Any last things to do before you guys are out of town?
The only thing, two things. First thing, Esmond at some point would have sent Zephyrus as far up into the air as he could comfortably fly to see if he could see any sign of travelers from Mirwood. I doubt it, but I'm just checking.
Yeah, he flies up, but the forest gives too much cover. There's not much to...
Yeah, that's fine. Secondly, can you tell me now or later what the total GP worth of supplies that was provided to us so I can mark it down?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll call it 500 GP worth of, like, food and things like that. Well,
I meant more crafting supplies and stuff for the big train project that we're planning.
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah, Peach would want to know if you want this dead forged steel, Esmond. It's pretty heavy. I might leave it here unless we want it for a project.
You're fucking bringing that. We need everything.
Oh, okay. Put it in the car.
We need everything.
Flying zombie train.
It's fine. It's in the bag. I just thought maybe you might have a use for it.
Interesting. Let's say it's 50 pounds of orichalcum ingots, but I don't. In terms of GP value, that's interesting because we've given like. I'll have to figure out how to deal with that because we've given like the dead forges in weight, right? And the orichalcums in weight, stuff like that. Those weren't in GP values. Like the specific crafting supplies are typically in weight.
We can figure it out
we'll figure it out
time.
But yeah, it's 50 pounds of orichalcum.
50 pounds of orichalcum. Got it.
Araya makes a point of stopping by the temple on the way out of town.
Oh, yeah, you're close by. Soon you're at the facade of the Temple of Brunhilde. And they're just within a statue of yourself, arms outstretched.
She has her head bowed, facing the temple that they had traversed the whole time, like facing the same way as her own statue, and murmurs a quiet, whispered prayer before heading back out to join her friends.
Dear me, bless me and my friends on this upcoming adventure.
Brynhilda!
Love and kisses, Araya.
Love and kisses.
Love and kisses, Araya.
Brynhilda and the maiden are both mentioned in her prayers.
That was just how Peach imagines the prayer.
Before too long, you have set out from the outskirts of Linke's Pass, heading to the northwest toward Shepherd's End.
Chris, which way does this sled keep veering?
Oh, roll a d20.
As Sal, in case you're pushing.
Oh, roll contested athletics. Ability checks, please. In the first half hour, you guys are making such good time. The sled does keep veering in Salinger's direction, but eventually the pace of trying to keep up the journey does begin to settle in.
How long will you sleep again? Gotta shake out the cobwebs, huh?
To be fair, the height differential is making it difficult on my left shoulder to make sure that we're going in a straight line. And you keep doing that whole swaying thing while you're humming a tune as you pull. If you'd focus on the task, then...
When Casey sways like that, the tip of the sword on his back does kind of swing over and hit you in the hip periodically.
And that thing keeps poking at me, and I think I'm developing a bruise. How do you keep hitting the same spot every single time?
Well, it's... If it would just stay upright.
Here, he says, as the sled swerves a little bit, and he tightens one of the straps around your shoulder so that it's putting more weight around your collarbone and less onto your hip inside, and it stops swinging around you as you walk.
We'll see. That's much better. I mean, it's still cumbersome, but we just, yeah.
We all pay prices for fashion, and it looks good on you.
Let's just make record time back to home, yeah.
If you can keep up with me, he picks up the pace.
You guys make your way beneath snow-covered pine trees and through thick banks of snow and uneven terrain. There's no road between Shepherd's End and Linke's Pass, so it's wild lands. But as you make your way through the good portion of the daylight, it's an uneventful journey, but a beautiful one with the sun shining on fresh snow that's been undisturbed aside from your passing.
Whenever they hit down slopes, Casey makes a small movement with one of his hands, and the snow beneath the sled freezes into ice, so they can pick up speed whenever they're going downhill, as he casts Shape Water.
That's cool as shit. That's very, very cool.
We're going to lose supplies and or destroy the wagon.
No, I want to do this sport, okay? I've
When-
been skiing for years. I want to do ski sledding on ice that my friend made.
When has Casey ever destroyed a wagon?
I don't remember anything like that. We didn't destroy. Nobody destroyed any kind. What? Nobody destroyed. The wagons
I
are
don't know.
fine.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Speaking of the opportunity to destroy the wagon, you find yourselves the top of a tall, long hill. You can see it stretching out before you, and you're just at the peak right now, and you realize, if you played it just right, you could shed maybe half a day off your journey by riding the sled all the way down. Now, it might be difficult, or you could take the longer, safer route.
Casey cracks his neck.
I think we
Guys.
should really... Nope. I know what you're going to say. I
No.
really think we should just take...
But if you grab on, if we distribute the weight, so Rhea, you're over there. Peach on that side.
Wait, where am I?
Nope. Yep, there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about my weight for?
No, the weight of the sled overall. We just distribute it evenly. And then
This is a bad idea.
This is a very bad idea. We need these supplies. We need this wagon. Otherwise it's going to be very difficult to get all this back home.
I mean,
It's an irresistibly bad idea.
No, it's
Also,
perfectly
Casey-
good.
There's living
It's one of
folks
those
sitting on
bad
this
ideas
wagon.
we're gonna do anyway.
He's one of them. Last time when you and I crashed that llama car, there weren't anybody who got hurt.
Well, I mean,
because it was just
the
us.
wagon's going down this hill. The sled's going down this hill no matter what. So
Fane
we might.
says, "Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should play it safe." And Samson says, "We should definitely slide down that hill."
No, see.
Beth steps up and she's like, absolutely no way are we risking the only way to transport enough food to keep me from dying on this trip.
It's not
Casey.
a risk, though.
Casey, I will keep this from sliding down too fast. And Sal can help me.
Who has a shield? Because then you and I can just sled.
Fane says, "I've got the shield, golden shield
Yes!
of Brunhilde."
Oh, sacrilegious to sled on the golden shield of Brunhilde. Shoot.
Is it?
Yeah, well...
No, if we just get the right push, we can shave so much time.
Casey, I don't have time to rebuild this sled.
Oh, that's true.
You mean you won't have to?
Casey, we're not pushing this sled down the hill.
It's all controlled and calculated.
No.
Safe
I
way
think
to
there's only one way for us to... Casey? Fane? You think each of you need to test this on a sled down the hill to see if it's safe for us to push down this cart? Perhaps, if you have enough control for one of you to win that race, we could make the decision.
And whoever
Casey
does
wins,
win
we push
can-
down the... Casey wins, we push a cart. Fane wins. We'll probably be struck down by Brunhilde for our sacrilegious behavior, but
No,
It
we
would be
got the
safe
maiden
with
on our
them.
side, Salinger. Forget
If
that.
Kate-
Everybody's part of the Pantheon up in here.
Wait, do you
If
want-
Casey wins, he's gonna get struck down by me if he loses my goddamn food and the way to transport it.
Wait, do you want me to slide down the hill?
Yeah, how did Fane get volunteered? I don't think that's a really fair.
he has the shield.
Well, do you want to do it, Araya? Do you want to be on the champion of the don't do it side?
I am not a graceful person, so I don't think that I'm
You
your
don't want to
best.
slide down the hill to show
I
us
want
why
to
we
slide
shouldn't
down
slide
the hill.
down the hill?
No, I'm team slide, so it would be irresponsible of me to try to be the.
No,
So-
yes. Araya Samsel. That's 3.
Samson says, "I'm on whatever side I gotta be on to slide down this hill."
Casey, I think that we'll find plenty of opportunities to slide that doesn't risk anything. It's better.
No,
But I do want to slide.
In the
Do
midst
it.
of this, Sal hands Kabeth part of the breakfast pastries he saved and says, "You're not you when you're hungry."
I understand that I'm not always the most fun person, but sometimes somebody has to be the voice of reason.
You're always fun. Just eat a snack before you.
I literally got burned because Casey talked me into doing something.
But that
I
turned
wear
out
boots
fine.
now. I wear boots now. I don't need boots. I have hooves.
You got to
She
listen.
got back into smithing?
You got to listen to the reason of the one that'll get big and eat all of us if she gets upset.
That's it. I'm just gonna get big, and then I can take it down the hill carefully. That just makes so much sense.
You could be the sled, Kabeth.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But Array and I are going to
Giant
jump on a
Quebec has
shield
the
and
sled.
slide down.
I have. Wait. No. Here's what we'll do. I'll get the wagon down the hill, and then I'll still be big, and I'll come up, and then you guys can all sit on my back and ride me down the hill because I'm wearing plate armor. I have a giant sled.
Yes.
I'm okay with this.
Uh-huh.
GM, what is the estimated weight of the wagon and all the supplies in it?
It's probably, well, with the wagon, you're probably looking at like 300 pounds.
It's
I have some additional things that help me do like feats like this. I gotta figure out what they are.
I'm telling you, if we just yoke the wagon and do a controlled burn down the mountain, we would save so much time.
I think your controlled burn might melt the snow.
Well, I mean, that's part of it. You never get anywhere without any little friction.
I thought it was the lack of friction that made sledding possible.
Well, you need the friction, and then the ice will reduce the friction.
She just looks at Ez.
So how much did we determine that the sled weighs?
About 300 pounds.
Okay, and I can... Where's my thing? So my push, drag, or lift weight with regular encumbrance is 480 pounds. I also have other things that let me do double, so I think it should be fine. That's what calculated by D&D Beyond. It says my carrying capacity is 240 pounds, and my push, drag, or lift is 480.
Push, drag, lift. Yeah, so you could certainly lift it, push it, or drag it, but carrying it is your encumbrance.
Sure. No, so yeah. I'm not saying I'm going to carry it, but I can.
Yes.
Take it down the hill.
Push or drag it.
Stop it from running me over.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'm just saying, like, you couldn't carry the whole thing, but you could definitely be the one to push it.
Well,
I mean, if you guys insist.
I do.
I still want to slide down this hill. Araya, you have a shield?
Looks at Fane. You don't have to use your shield. We're going to use the Kabeth. What?
You don't. You want the shield, or you don't need it?
What? No. Casey, the shield. That's not.
If we're actually gonna do this, everyone needs to slide down on their own. I will slide down with the wagon in case anything happens to it with Kabeth, but no one else can be on it.
You could, yeah, just sit on the wagon.
Can I be on? Can I ride Kabeth? I mean, not be. You're not. Can I be on? You know, we can be on the wagon, but can Kabeth have a passenger?
It seems like you guys are just doing my plan, but slower.
Okay, then you go first. We'll be right behind you.
I mean, I can get large slide. People can slide down on my back down the mountain, and then I can run back up real fast.
I mean, it's a pretty long way. It seems like we either slide down here and continue, or we go the long way around and take way longer?
It'll be fine. If we're gonna do this, just I will sit in the wagon and I can stop it. I can stop from anything happening to it if it begins to veer off course or is about to crash.
Well, yeah,
Go.
let's do it then.
Beth gets giant, and I'm also going to use my channel divinity Peerless Athlete, just in case you make me roll for this.
We'll definitely be rolling for it.
But other people either need to ride to Beth or take their own shields down the mountain. It just has to be Esmond in this wagon.
All right. Yeah, explain to me kind of how you guys are setting this up. I mean, my initial idea is you guys get in the wagon and ride it down, but it sounds like you're doing something different. So, how are you setting it up? I'll give you a dice rolls based on what you do.
Esmond's just going to be sitting in the wagon, just holding on for dear life, holding a spell at the ready in case anything goes wonky.
All right.
You're like a pretty princess riding in the wagon all dainty, please. Like,
He's not dainty. He's tying himself down.
I thought there was a shield available that wasn't the Brunhilde shield.
yeah, I could have sworn we had a shield that wasn't of a god.
But if the Brunhilde shield is available,
No!
If the shield isn't, can you not? If the shield can be used to deflect attacks, why can't it be used to go sledding?
it's true.
It deflects the snow.
Mantis. Hey, if you need the shield, of course, Brunhilde lend that protection.
Of course. Is it
How
big enough?
many people can fit in the shield?
Is it big enough for Casey and Araya to fit on the shield?
And potentially faint.
If you cuddle real close. If you sit in each other's lap. If you spoon.
I mean,
It's definitely going to be
great
like
shield. I think that's feasible.
the luge, not the luge, but the bobsled.
It would be a great bobsled team.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll have another opportunity to go sledding, and I definitely want to try becoming giant and becoming a sled, because that seems like fun. Yes. Some other time.
All right, so Fane takes the shield and sticks it on the ground in case you need it. So what are you guys doing? How are you setting this up?
Kabeth has taken, like, I assume, like, the wagon has, like, handles in the front to drag, like, if it's not being dragged by an animal, like, there's something for her to hold on to.
Yeah, there's like a little T-section thing.
She becomes giant, and she takes one hand on each thing, and she's gonna check that Esmond is all ready to go, and then she'll start walking the obvious path.
Oh, wait. Are you going... You're not sledding with it. You're going to walk the...
Well, I mean, so I was AFK briefly, so I missed the description of the hill.
Oh, sure, yeah. You have the opportunity to cut half a day off of your travel by taking this long sledding path, potentially down a hill. Or you can take the safe path, which is longer, but doesn't require any skill checks.
Okay. Kabeth will... depends on how steep it is, if it makes more sense for her to walk in front or for her to walk behind it, but she will basically, like, be digging her heels into the hill and controlling the wagon so it doesn't careen down the hill.
Okay, so you guys you're not trying to save time, you just want to go sledding.
No, it's still a faster route, I assume, to go down the hill.
The thing that made it faster was sledding fast rather than going slowly, dragging the sled. The thing that made it faster was like going sliding.
There's no way Kabeth would let that happen. Then in that case, she is going to go the long way, but she's going to run. And so it'll go as fast as... The wagon will go as fast as it can.
Casey has the shield and is still looking to sled the fast way.
Okay, how do I sit? Do you sit front or me back? Or you wait? Do you need to steer?
And do you want front or back? I mean,
How do you steer? I don't know how to steer.
we just kind of grab the sides and just lean.
Francis, we go. You can lean to the sides, and you can. Well, sometimes you get a stick, and you stick him in the sides, and that'll help to steer you.
Quarterstaff. I'm not going to use it as a sword for that. That would be terrible.
Hearing that, Sal's gonna climb onto the back of the sled and set himself up as the rudder.
Ooh. Do we all fit on this shield?
So
Yes.
well, three people can fit on the shield if you want to try to do that.
Okay.
Well, three medium creatures.
So, looks like the three of us are gonna head straight down. You're taking the sled around that way?
Wait, Sandra, are you getting on the sled or are you getting on the shield?
The wagon sled,
Hmm.
or
Which one do I think would be in need of the most protection?
be fine.
Like, which one's more dangerous? The shield?
It's like we heal and our people and our light and less chaos if we tumble off. It's
So
people bailing on a sledding hill, right?
we're talking about splitting the party.
Like
Yeah.
down a
The
hill.
the sled with all the supplies going the long way around with Kabeth and Esmond so far. And then O'Ray and Casey are looking to take the short route. They will presumably meet up with that long route after they take, an extra half a day.
I mean, it was less than half a day if I can go twice as fast as everybody else. So then
Well,
it's only...
Yeah.
Everyone's overland travel is the same. Your combat speed is higher. Like you're more like
What?
you. Yeah,
I have the boots, the springing and striding. Like none of that affects like travel?
not like long term overland travel. Just when we like estimate, like you're traveling for like a whole day. But in combat, you're just way more maneuverable, and you like.
Oh, okay. I guess like then that changes a lot about the character because we've definitely been treating her as someone who can like go fast. That's why she's been like scouting, and she's
Yeah, any kind of like anything kind of map oriented, you can be up ahead of them and stuff like that. It's just like when it doesn't take them 3 weeks for you in the same thing that you would take you for 1 week to overland travel. Just like in combat, like you move with more like agility and certainty and it's kind of numbers.
got it. Okay, I definitely thought we had precedence of her traveling faster than people, but okay. Well, Kabeth being large can still take more people for a while, so they'll have to walk sometimes.
All right, so I think we haven't heard yet from Peach. What's Peach doing?
I mean, what are the... Who's on the shield and who's on the sled? This seems insane.
3
Yeah.
people can fit on the shield, and right now we have looks like Casey and Araya. Esmond, Kabeth are with the sled, and they're going the slow way. Salinger, you were still deciding, I think, which is the better one to be on.
Yeah, Peach is still deciding too, weirdly. I know, I'm kind of looking like maybe I might walk or slide down on my own rear end. This looks dangerous and dangerouser.
And kind of squints a little bit. He says, I'm going to be on the shield. Salinger and Peach will have to go on the sled.
Thanks, Faye.
It is his shield.
Is the sled any safer?
Well, yeah, you guys are going that way, kind of around the hill.
Yeah, sled's going
man.
safe path, shield's going zoom. I'm so excited to be the one person
Absolutely
who's going to
sled.
suck at this role.
Absolutely sled.
I'm nervous for you.
It's going to be fine. Right into the mouth of a creature. It's going to be great.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, see?
Snow worms. The worst that could happen is snow worms.
Snowworms! I'm very excited.
There's no way that's going to happen.
I guess we should say in order of height. Okay, so Casey, you're the tallest. I'm medium tallest. Fane's not the tallest.
I mean, I don't mind sitting in front and steering.
Well, I thought you said we all had to steer by shifting our weight.
Everyone have to work together as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You We all need to see so we know how to turn. So, yes, she sits like smack dab in the middle.
All right.
I'm gonna draw this later. It's gonna be great. Just so you know.
Ben sits on the very front with his feet sticking out. He's got his kind of his boots can on the front.
She's gonna do the thing where you hook the like legs around, so it's like holding. Like we're just gonna be a unit.
As Casey sits down on Brunhilde's shield, he says, "Brunhilde, guide us. Maiden, save us."
Yes,
Wait,
we've
what?
got two gods on our side.
Wait, Casey, you have to push into the last minute, and then you jump. You get seated.
Fair enough. He jumps up, puts his hands on Araya's shoulders, and gets ready to start pushing and running towards the hill.
All right.
We'll set up a camp. One thing, and Casey speaks a low, kind of booming word in Ignan that you all have heard before, as he creates a mind link with several of you.
Oh, that's smart.
Let me find it.
As they're going down the hill, Esmond is going to cast Aid onto the three of them, because they're going to need it.
Chris, I'm going to rescind becoming a giant, using my giant's might, if I'm just walking down like a normal path, because it doesn't last more than a minute, so then there'd be no point.
Okay.
If I have to use half-day travel, then it's a waste.
Sure. Yeah, no worries.
Shoot. I can cast guidance on myself, right? Okay, I'm casting guidance on myself, like with her prayer, like as she's like, okay, Brunhilde, we're using your shield for good. This is good. This is not bad. This is not a bad thing. This is a thing.
Yeah, the Ignan word rumbles out and goes into the minds of, I think, Esmond, Araya, Kabeth, and Thane, I think, is what I'll do.
Oh. Okay, wait. Huh?
And that'll last for the next 7 hours. We'll let you know when we get to the bottom.
Okay, so Casey, as you're in the back, ready to push, you'll give us an athletics ability check to see what kind of speed you get before you jump on.
Casey breathes a deep breath, cracks his neck. That kicks off of the snow swiftly, silently, as he pushes as hard as he can against Araya's shoulders.
Oh, 27. Yep, snow's flying up behind. All right, tell us the story as you reach maximum speed and then jump on.
His feet just off of the snow, leaving small puddles of water where there was snow before. As he pushes, right as they get to the crux of the hill, he kicks off the ground, lands near silently behind Araya as he ducks his head down close. And he's like, "If you hold your head down, we'll go faster."
Huddling in super close. Just
All right, tucking in, getting more aerodynamic. The sled, or the shield sled, begins to pick up speed. Before too long, the wind's kind of pinking in your cheeks, and as you go speeding down towards a couple of trees, you realize, oh, time to steer. All right, so as you guys are banking left and right, avoiding trees and rocks, making your way down, you'll all have to make acrobatics ability checks for steering the sled.
18. Hey, 18.
All right, with 3 of you steering, 2 or 3 of you have to make above a 15. So far, it looks like. Oh, yeah. So Fane, his boots are kind of skipping across the snow tops, sending sprays of it into the air above you.
She's like, this is your goddess's shield, and you can do this. And she's gonna make him reroll that, and I will spend some fate. I haven't spent fate in a long time.
Okay. It's 2 fate to
yes, 2
reroll
fate.
now. Okay. So he's gonna reroll. Oh, way better. All right. So all 3 of you then are making it. Yeah. So you go dodging some trees, whipping between 2 trees passing either side of you. There's like snow flying up, stinging your face. The wind's burning in your eyes.
Casey waves a hand, and as he does, the wind that's blowing in their face shifts to be at their back as he uses his storm guide.
Ooh, okay. Everyone will have advantage on their next roll as the wind picks up to help you. You realize as you're careening along, the path actually kind of splits 2 ways here. You could go to the left, which seems steeper and faster, or slide off to the right. That should take you about where you maybe had expected.
Which way? She's like, as they do, like the banks and whatnot, there's like, you all in the sled, the safe sled, can hear her squeal of like joy. Like she's enjoying herself quite a bit. It's like.
So the information about the paths that we know is just left is steeper, faster, right is...
Left is steeper, faster, farther. Right is
where we
about what you
expected to go. Don't you get us lost, Casey, in the mine link.
Get lost in
Vince, that's what I've got to decide.
We're going the
To
crazy.
the left. Let's lean left.
No. Okay, you lean over to the left path. You dip down. You can feel kind of your stomachs rise up in your in your gut as you begin sliding down even faster. All right, DC 17 acrobatics check from all 3 of you.
Oh, but we get the thingy.
And you have advantage. Oh no.
18.
All right, that's 2 of 3. You're picking up speed, and even though Fane's starting to lose his balance, you manage to
lift your feet, Fane.
Oh, yeah, picks his feet up, and you guys manage to lean to the side to cover for him. And you go sliding down past what seemed to be the projected place where you would come to a stop, and sliding deeper down into the woods, heading to the north, heading to the northwest.
Esmond and Kabeth hear in their head, "Ha ha!"
Meanwhile, back at the sled, it's up as you guys are beginning to pull onto the safer path. You see the shield of Brunhilde and its 3 riders vanishing, and you see it take this left turn, vanishing beneath the hilltop.
Oh, I'm gonna miss Araya.
That's not where they were supposed to go. That's the wrong direction.
Yeah, they're gonna go die? Yeah, I figure.
It's probably fine.
You know, if anybody could save them from it all, I think it'd be Araya. She's basically like a B tier goddess now?
She's not a goddess. And Desmond's gonna try and push the wagon as weakly as he can. Beth or Sal's going to be leading the charge, obviously, but he's going to try and assist.
Peach is happily sitting in the back and kind of putting her feet up a little bit and saying, well, I mean, if she ain't a goddess, then who was everybody praying to? And the whole idea of the cult of the maiden, she's a herald of Brunhilde. That means she's just a mini goddess, right? You can pray to the maiden as sure as you can pray to anyone. So you can pray to Araya.
No, it's just that, the tales that Sal told about us 900 years ago got shifted and changed over time into, the Kibis and Araya's a goddess and all that stuff. It's just time shifts and changes things. You know how tall tales become taller with time, Peach, being a tavern maid. I'm sure you hear tall tales all the time.
Oh, yes, I do. Woven a few of mine own, of course. But, I don't know. I feel like if one has a group of people worshiping oneself, then oneself is, in some ways, a figure of worship and therefore has some deitic status, if not the actual deitic power. And has anyone seen... Raya is magic as hell. Has anybody seen that?
Yeah, so are we. I can do magic.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Does that make me
clearly
God?
coming. It makes you, yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, I would argue that as well. Sure.
Kibeth is glad she's not facing you because she's blushing and she shakes her head. And
I'm saying anybody who, I don't see why. You said it yourself, right? It's all things that other version of Salinger went off and said about us all. Like, I don't expect that I'm some, figure of true love or nothing, but some part of that is true because there's some grain of truth to us in these legends, right? So why not worship the maiden? She's as real as anything else, and I actually know her.
Peach, you are the most romantic person I know, and honestly, you probably have a future career in actual matchmaking, once you're no longer an eligible lass yourself. One would say that is quite an ultimate power itself, magic or not.
Well, thank you, Beth. I ain't looking, much folks in particular. I love love. I like to see folks happy.
Esmond has zoned out of this conversation, and he is communicating through the mind link to Casey. So you guys know that you missed where you're supposed to go, right?
It's a shortcut.
It is so much further away from where we designated to meet.
It swings around. It swings around.
You're going so much further down the mountain.
No, we'll set up a camp for you guys. See you in half a day.
It's gonna be so much more than half a day now.
Why does he always have to go through with his harebrained schemes?
Because they always work out for him. So there's no reason why he shouldn't.
Yes, they do.
I hate
The more harebrained, the better they seem to work. Sal is making a very concerted effort to appear like he's not helping at all, while bearing a lot of the weight of the push, like right beside Esmond. I double-checked the push-pull weight just because you made me look into it there, Kibeth. I'm at 906, so he's going to be doing a lot.
Wait, I thought that Kibeth was able to pull the weight of the wagon basically on her own.
She is, but...
And now that you guys are walking...
So is Sal. You're both so strong and handsome.
So this is
That's what we wanted to hear. That's all we wanted to hear.
Esmond is actually negatively affecting how well we are pushing the wagon, so having Sal here is very helpful.
In fact, Kabeth turns to you, Esmond, and she's like, "Would you please get back in? This is I know you want to help, but like this is not helping. Just get in the
Yeah,
wagon. You're better off sitting in there and studying or something. I don't know."
Esmond, come sit back here with me. You come on. We know that. Come on, sit back here with me. Who we trying to fool?
Esmond steps up into the wagon, not really looking anyone in the eyes, looking a little downtrodden, actually. But I will note that Typhon is at the back of the wagon, and it is pushing along, assisting from the rear.
So you know what we could do is we could do some stuff that's also useful. We could make some ammunition. We could do a little research. We could take notes. Right? I could play a little song. We do plenty of useful things from back in the wagon. You don't need to be
Could get lunch.
pulling to have a contribution. Excuse us?
Esmond's already gotten out materials and doesn't respond to you as he proceeds to start studying.
Hey, Peach, can you find me a sandwich? I can pull the wagon with one hand and eat the sandwich with the other.
Peach finds you like she reaches into her own like bag and finds you a hand pie. It's wrapped in brown paper, and it's roughly the size of a hot pocket. And she'll hand it over to Beth and say, "It's only because you're so strong and handsome." And she drops a wink and then gives Beth the hot pie. And then as she sits back with Esmond, she'll pull out her hurdy-gurdy from deep in her infinite beaded bag and start to pluck out a tune with the kind of droning hurdy-gurdy sound in the background, leaving a lovely, like, thrumming bass to it all. She's singing a little song made up of Kabeth's poem, the one from the dungeon about her. And she's put it to a little bit of music. She's sort of singing it to encourage them as we go.
By the time the shield sled begins to slow as the ground evens out.
Ooh. Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as they're making this last descent, the wind blowing from behind is whipping Casey's flame hair. There's sparks coming over Araya's head as he's huddled close behind her, and he peeks over his shoulder, and his pupils just look like two black diamonds as he stares intently towards their goal.
By the time the sled begins to slow down as the ground strains out, your cheeks pink, the bit of windburn, Fane's beard and hair covered in snow and just kind of iced back on either side of Araya, with snow built up on the bottoms of his boots. You hear the slowing, and the hiss the whine becomes a hiss, becomes a crunch until as the sled slows down into the snow. You've gone much farther than you intended to go. You must have cut an entire day off your journey, but you've gone lower, kind of in valley between where the trees are taller, and somehow it seems as though the trees are blocking more of the light. It's a little darker down in here. You hear the crunch of snow and the sound of your own breathing. And the sleds come to a stop.
See, just falls backwards into the snow, grinning. That was awesome!
I much prefer this to walking.
Fane shakes himself like a dog, and snow goes flying all over the place.
My spot in the middle was absolutely the right call because I don't have any cold snow on me. This is great.
No, we shaved so much time off of... He looks back up the hill. Yeah, that was...
So should we set a fire so they can find us, or?
Yeah, I'll let them know kind of where we are
Mhm.
in the mine link, and then we can start setting up a camp and just
Yeah.
wait for them to meet up. Yeah.
Oh, I can make it really comfortable. No, wait, but then Peach has the bubble, and then okay, but a day, and then she's like considering.
Mm-hmm. Faint stands up and he turns around and he's completely snow covered kind of in the front. It's just like powdered onto him like a donut.
She'll try to help brush some off. Thank you for being in the front. I had no idea. No wonder how you put your foot wrong in the spot that one time.
Oh, it was not quite what I imagined, but Brunhilde kept us safe.
Indeed.
You,
I wish we could do it again.
as you guys begin to set up your, God.
Yeah. So where we ended up, is it like way off the path? Does it make more sense for us to travel a bit to a place where we would meet up with them more better?
Roll survival for navigation.
Yeah. It's like my best thing. 16?
Araya will look around, but I don't think I'm going to help you there.
Well, wait,
Sorry.
I am I blessed? I am blessed.
I
Or
can,
am I blessed or guided?
How long does it last? Like 10 minutes? I don't think that's... You sledded way longer than 10 minutes.
That's an awesome sled. Holy cow.
if you should you desire it, if you tell her that you're like needing some, she's gonna yeah. If you turn to Araya requesting the guidance of the maiden to assist you in the thing you're thinking, she will happily.
I mean, do you think we should set up here, or do we need to move?
Let me consult my goddess.
Oh, is that a prayer that Casey will have to say to get the guidance?
No, she's just thinking. She's just gonna think.
She's going to gently lay her hand on your shoulder and cast guidance over you.
17.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, if you have to guess, there isn't really any reason that on the way to Shepherd's End that you would veer this direction.
Yeah, we may need to move that way a little bit. That way they don't have to go out of the way, to catch up.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, happy to. I wanted to do this so I don't have to walk.
I mean, we're way closer. We just have to, nip up that hill, and then we'll be, right in their path. Can't be far.
Can you point it out where you see? Because, no, I'm not gonna willy-nilly cast this, but I want to. Yeah, she'll start walking.
Bane lifts up the shield, puts on his back. And you guys start to walk. But as you are beginning to move, trudging through knee-high snow, roll a perception check.
It's Yeti backs.
Ooh, good job, Fane.
Oh, good rolls.
It's actually Faint that sees it. He pauses. You see him stop. He goes, hey, what is that? A bit of red over there beyond the trees.
Red?
He points, and you can make out there's a bit of red against the white beyond the next set of trees.
Is it blood red or like fabric red?
Blood fabric red? No, wait, there's a bit of a shine. Is that blood?
We should check it out.
She's gonna turn her ring and go invisible. She's gonna run up to it,
Don't
As-
just let me scout first. No one ever lets me.
Right.
You hear
In the mind link, she is
Okay.
telling him.
Oh yeah, we are in the mine link. Yeah, Casey. Check it out.
She's
As
stealthily doing so.
Alright,
As-
you just see like the snow. She invisibly moves forward.
I'm preemptively rolling. She has the Boots of Elvenkind, so she gets a advantage on her stealth.
Very nice. Very nice.
Esmond hears in his head. We found some blood. We're checking it out.
I love it so much.
Ride was awesome, though.
Do not do that. We can't help you if you get caught up in something. You are so far away now.
I mean, I'm just letting you know. I'm not asking for help.
Okay, stay safe.
And says, "Oh, she's gone! She's gone! She's dead! She's."
You would see footprints in the snow. She's invisible, otherwise she can't hear him panicking. Oh, I'm sorry, Fade. Oh God.
Oh wait, is he in the mind link too?
He is, but we've kind of played it where it has to go through Casey.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Array's checking it out. Fane thinks she's dead. It's fine.
What? Huh? Oh yeah, you don't have. Do you have to? I forget? Yeah, you have to broadcast to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Array, I can see your footprints, though. Still check it out, but...
I can't help that, but I am like the snowfall, so quiet, right? Right? I can't hear anything.
alright. As you sneak carefully forward, stepping through the powder fresh snow, you reach the trees. Looking beyond them, what you see seems to be the nearly picked clean carcass of what a very large creature. Roll nature. You're not sure what it would be, but you do see rib cage.
She describes it.
You see a rib cage with just maybe a bit of meat and blood fanned out, and bones half buried in the snow. Whatever this thing was, almost the size of a house. And it looks like something's eaten it.
So it's been eaten. It's something. It's a dead thing, but it doesn't. The thing itself was like the size of a house, and I just see there's like barely any meat left. It looks whatever was really, really hungry here. So I think that we should all get out of the valley quietly. Yeah. We'll just do it quietly. Let's go quiet. Tell everyone quiet.
Yeah, if it's just 8 too, it's probably just...
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. I love that you guys just hear, well, if it just ate.
Yeah, we'll move swift. Keep an eye out. Good spot, Thane.
So should we go around, or should I come back to you, or should I go right or left? Right or left?
Now come back to us and we'll head up that way.
Okay. She goes back down, drops the invisibility, but takes the opportunity to sneak the heck up on Fane by like retracing her own steps and scare. I want to scare the shit out of him, just a little bit.
You sneak up. Well, you've got your natural 20 stealth. So as you sneak up on him, he's unsuspecting. You see him brushing snow off the shield.
She grabs his arm and drops the invisibility.
Spins around. Oh! Grabs onto your arms. You're wrecked. You are gone.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes. It's helpful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he looks around.
Girl, you just gave him a holy experience.
Yeah. The Holy Ghost.
Fucking miracle.
If there's some kind of beast in these woods, let's move carefully.
Yes. What would eat something that big? Okay, I should just not really talk very loud, but what would eat something that big?
There's only one thing that would eat something that big. Something bigger.
Oh, let me tell you about the Arnakis of Shepherd's End.
And that's where we'll end for tonight.
You fucking jackasses.
Okay, you can't put Araya and Casey together ever, because they will find reasons of their own to do the same stupid shit.
Yep.
Stupid shit.
We'll be
That's
fine.
fine.
We have Fane with us.
Have some Fane.
Rhea and Casey will be fine.
No.
Ray and Casey are walking out of this, no problem.
Most definitely. No, Fane's coming with. Fane's gonna be fine. I'll protect Fane.
Yeah, we need someone to take all our damage.
Yes, this is true. She will play Ring Around the Fane from the monster.
All right, folks, I gotta run. I've got some packing to do. I am not gonna be here next week, but everybody have a wonderful time and wish me luck for this family thing I have to go to.
Good luck.
Overall, it should be lots of fun. Like it's gonna be great. But I'm gonna have 3 days of Disney World and 3 days with my parents. But the parent days they do come first. So once those are done, then I get to go to Disney World.